investment in agriculture. You know, it's a question of priorities. Let me wrap it in a nutshell.
You have the chance.
First of all, reduce the wastage in government. You know, the cost of public administration in Uganda is bleeding the country to death. You know, because all this is money which is, you know, really spent on consumption needlessly. We in our program talk about drastic cutting of public administration expenditure.
So you didn't have as many advisors, as many special assistants,
obviously
as
not.
Many districts?
And we've made it very clear. We would cut down not only on public administration, not only in the presidency, the cost of in the executive, but look at you know, even the size of parliament. We've in our own program.
We have 80 districts
yes,
now.
and we've talked about it. You know, it does not make sense. You know, starving people while you are keeping a parliament of 300 people and counting. In today's statement, he's talking about the new members of parliament he's going to have. I saw Zombo's district, that is, all those are members of parliament, which is you know, so the cost of public administration must be curbed, and that money directed into the areas that touch on the lives of people.
Which are?
We must invest in agriculture. We must invest heavily and urgently in infrastructure, you know, in making sure that we have a working road network in the country, that we have a rail system. Yes, that we have a rail
water transport system. You talk about it in your manifesto.
Look, there used to be even the ferries on the Lake Victoria. They are gone, you know. We must...
Natural calamities. One just crashed with an iceberg or something on Lake Victoria. You can't know what it crashed in. But
so infrastructure,
there's a small risk here. Ugandans are listening to you speak very candidly. You have wonderful, and your oratory capacities are not in any question. Question is, if you were in the hot seat of power, so to speak, wouldn't you be the two-type president who has a wonderful program by way of speech, but his actions are contrary?
It is possible, and that's what I always tell the public, that, you know, don't just look at me or what I am saying. Demand accountability from me, and if I'm not producing, sack me for God's sake, sack me. Unless our population understands that presidents and governments are their servants, and that if they don't live up to their promises, they must be sacked. You know, here is a president